Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Fortune. If you think being cheap means always leaving a small tip or stealing packets of ketchup, you are not familiar with the Extremely Cheap. Extreme Cheapskates, one of TLC's questionable reality shows, features penny pinchers who will amaze, and even disgust, you with how far they'll go to save a few bucks. Here are 10 money-saving ideas, or what we like to call them, 10 dummies on Extreme Cheapskates. Number 1. Drying and reusing paper towel. With great spills comes great opportunity. To reuse paper towels, that is. Who said they were meant to be used just once? The Extremely Cheap can use their paper towels, wash them, then hang them to 2 before using them again, just like Roy Haynes does on the show. This must take up a lot of their time, as the washing and drying process isn't that easy. But when they are saving up on money, why even bother for time? Number 2. Living without toilet paper. Forget about separating 2-ply, just stop using toilet paper altogether. Kei Hashimoto, who was featured on the show and interviewed by the Daily Mail, has sworn off buying toilet paper. Instead, she substituted soap, water, and her hands. If that makes you queasy, her actual quote from the show is too gross to publish here, and her savings for all this trouble and grossness, drumroll, $6 a month. But since this show is all about being cheap and saving, even such a little amount counts. Number 3. Collecting your own drinking water. We've all heard about the high cost of bottled water, but tap water costs too much now. For those that don't want to pay 0.001 cents per gallon from the tap, there's another option. Collect your own drinking water. Ben Livingston of Extreme Cheapskates drives out and fills up on water in a local creek, but who bothers for convenience, right? Number 4. Covering yourself in cornstarch to beat the heat. I'm not sure how or if this absurdity even works, but for Ben, who lives in Austin, Texas, without air conditioning, anything as crazy as putting cornstarch on your skin is worth a try to beat the sweltering 100-degree heat. Sure, AC is expensive, but can't he get by with an electric fan? Number 5. Eating left-behind food at restaurants. I rarely waste food, but I'd never touch the diner's plate. For Cheapskate Roy, from above, it's an opportunity to save a few bucks. He's not shy about dining off abandoned food from a nearby restaurant table. Number 6. Serving roadkill to dinner guests. If you won't touch food left behind by nearby diners, how about snacking on a fresh kill by a fellow driver? Extreme Cheapskates Vicky and John go out with their kids in search of a deliciously free meal that doesn't even require a trip to the store. After passing on a little too-rotted corpse of a fox, they settled on a rabbit they found down the street, but don't think they'd be so greedy to keep it all to themselves. They invited over a few friends to feast on their roadkill rabbit meal. Number 7. Asking for a dozen free samples, then not buying anything. We've all tried an ice cream sample or two before picking the best flavor to indulge in an entire cone's worth, but if you don't care about enjoying a whole scoop and drawing the ire of a local business owner, just go for a dozen or so samples and then buy nothing, as Roy does on the show. For extra effect, tell your wife it's a date and let her suffer the embarrassment. Yep, he did that too. Number 8. Driving in car, or what remains of one. I'm on board with keeping things frugal by driving a used car that's seen more than its fair share of miles and may have lost a bit of its glimmer along the way. But you've got to draw the line somewhere. That is, unless you're Ben, who takes clunker to a whole new level with his ride. Number 9. Unplugging everything when you leave the house. Phantom energy wasters like TV, stereos, and cell phone chargers suck up power when you're not using them. While I'll even admit to unplugging some of my devices when I leave the house, I can't imagine unplugging everything in your house every time you leave. That's what Extreme Cheapskate Victoria does on the show, leaving literally no appliance untouched. Number 10. Flushing only once a week. Not to be outdone by the toilet paper saver mentioned above, another cheapskate, Greg, puts the term, "if it's yellow, let it mellow," rule to shame. No matter what it is, Greg lets it go to a full week before flushing. Oh, and when he does finally flush, it's using shower water collected in a bucket. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.